The Fox 17 Rockin' Review is sponsored by Nashville Used and New Music.
Fox 17 Rockin' Review. My buddy Denny Jiosa, four-time Grammy nominated, not only a great jazz guitarist, studying under Frank Gambale, also a great producer.
Thank you.
You know, and you've done so much great stuff with your jazz. And I love this Paul Reed Smith guitar you have here.
Oh, me too.
Which it looks like somebody just dripped like wine over the top of the body.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, Denny. You know, at the NAMM show, you actually introduced me to the people at Hotone pedals. And so, I've been testing them out, and you have had this brand new Xtomp pedal.
Yeah.
Which looks like Ultraman.
Yeah.
And tell me about this.
Well, it's very cool. It's like 300 pedals in one. So
wow.
They've got this the app that goes on your smartphone or your iPad, and via Bluetooth you can load in any of the modeled pedals or amps or speaker cabinets that they have so far added to the library.
Amazing. And
So,
download them straight into the pedal and then play them.
Wirelessly via Bluetooth. Takes about a minute or so,
Yeah.
and I mean, they're modeling all of the old pedals that we all used to own and
Yeah.
love, and now we can't afford.
And wish
or
we
can't
still had.
find them, or yeah, we wish we still had them. But they're modeling these, and they're doing originals.
Wow.
You know, that's no copy, and it's very, very accurate. So it sounds great. It's a great thing to have in your toolbox if you're going out and play a gig and
Yeah.
somebody says, "Oh, do you have a phase shifter for this one song?" No, I don't. Well, you do now.
Yeah, you can just download it right
You
there.
got it
Well,
all.
you know, it's like at a lot of the gigs I've seen you at, it's like, man, you've got to, really be portable.
Yeah.
And that's a great way to do it then. If you need a pedal that you wouldn't usually carry, boom, you've got it with
there.
the Xtomp.
And they've got overdrives, like I said, amp models. Now Marshall, I tried the Marshall amp out last
Yeah.
night and the Vox, and it's pretty cool.
That's
you know?
amazing.
It
Well,
is
and
pretty
they do
amazing.
such a great job with their online website and everything, explaining all the pedals. We've actually got some of their other ones too here, Denny,
Yeah.
where the Skyline series are more of, I compare these to like micro machines.
Yeah.
Because they sound great. I've messed around with their tape echo here. This is their tuner model, and this is their blues, which is a little bit of dirt, which I really like this one. And what's great about the Skyline series of pedals is they don't take up much space. So if you have some other larger pedals that you use a lot, classic pedals, you've got room on your board.
You do, and it's a good grab and go. I mean, that's a fly board right there.
Yeah.
If the guys doing fly dates, they can have everything right there.
And I just assembled this last night, in my floor, and I'm setting it up.
5 minutes and you're ready to go. Right?
Boom.
Yeah.
And then also, they light up. They've got the LEDs here, and this is actually the volume control here with these knobs. Allows you to change the volume, so very visible on your pedal board. This pedal here is part of their Press series, Denny, and this is the one, and I know you've worked with these as well,
Yeah.
that will do volume, wah, or volume and wah combined, and it's a smaller footprint also.
It is. It doesn't weigh much, which is nice because wahs can get pretty heavy on your board.
And
so.
and I really like it for using it as a volume pedal.
I do too.
Because especially when you're switching
Very
out guitars
smooth.
and stuff, and you've got a couple of Paul Reed Smith guitars, you might need to change one.
A
You
couple.
can back off the volume, hypothetically. And then their amp series over here, which I know you checked out as well, is the Nano Legacy, and believe it or not, 5-watt amplifiers that you can almost fit in your pocket, and they've got the EQ up front. You plug in here. They've got the power switch. On the back, you've got a headset jack. If you turn around like that, you can see it. So you've got your connectivity, and you can run it out to a speaker. I've been driving this thing with a 12-inch orange cabinet, and it's
Ridiculous, isn't it?
I know. And it's like, and it sounds great, but they've got a number of different models of these also.
They do, yeah.
And just a lot of fun. But the Hotone pedals, great stuff. Speaking of great stuff, you did very well with your last albums, and I think we've got a shot of those, and I want to show those real quick. There we go.
Yeah, that's 2 of the 7 right there.
They're incredible.
So,
I actually had to introduce my mom to some of your plans, like going, yeah, I got a buddy of mine. You got to check out these albums. And so I was letting her check those out this last weekend, and it was those albums.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Did she like them?
She loves them.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's good. That's
so
the right
now
answer.
let's also talk about, you've put out so many albums over the years, great jazz albums and everything, but you're sort of going a new direction with the new one.
I am. I love Latin music, Eric. I love
yeah.
it. I've always loved the rhythms and percussion. I want to be a percussionist in my next life. So I decided I would write and do a Latin-flavored record, but this is really more aggressive. It's a Latin rock, jazz, pop kind of thing. I mean, it's all those things kind of rolled into one. You just have to...
Now, what's the working title of it?
Mueva tu cuerpo, which means move your body. So that should tell you right there that it's full of some rhythms and, there's some soaring guitars on there.
What a great, now you had a few guests come over to the studio too.
Great musicians on it. Well, Phil Kagi, our buddy Phil Kagi,
Yeah.
actually walked in one day and started jamming on one of my tracks. I was mixing it, and he says, "I want to play on this." I said, "Okay, let's do it."
Wow.
So, and guess what? It was called "Dance in Heaven."
Oh my
It's the name of the
gosh, how
title of
fitting.
the track. So it was like a meant to be thing, you know.
Phil's just incredible.
He's incredible. And all the guys in my band are on this too. Glenn Karub on percussion, Ray Massey, Keith Kenyon, Kenny Zerder on keyboards, and we brought in Holly Ferris on trumpet and Roy Agee on,
Yeah.
on trombone. And
Wow.
John Santos is singing and playing some perk on it. And
Every time I see you guys live, you know, and I always enjoy your albums too. But I mean, you just have so much fun when you're playing live, and it's just it's a great
That's
it's a
what
great
it's
thing to
about.
behold. Now, you know, you recently too, you went and did the Sweetwater thing with Sweetwater Music, and you put on some clinics and doing some of that stuff.
I did. I was asked to come up there through Pearl. Glenn and Ray both work at Pearl.
Oh, okay.
And they were introducing a new drum set, so they said, "Would you come up and play the clinic?" So the whole band went, and we just had a great time. We had some guests join us there. Nick DiVirgilio from Tears for Fears
Yeah.
played, and a great thing, my friend Paul Reed Smith
Yeah, Paul's
got
just
up
so
and
incredible.
He's great, and we got up and jammed, and we just had the best time.
That
It
is
was,
so awesome. Now,
it was big
where
time.
can everybody keep up? You know, obviously with your new album coming out and with all of your gigs, and you're doing more clinics, and you're always on call as a session and as a producer, where can people find you, Denny?
At Jiosa.com. That's Jiosa.com. Or find me on Facebook, Twitter. I'm all over the place. You know,
Yeah, well, it's so much fun. You know, I always keep up with you and see you at the gigs and that.
Yeah.
I think one of the last ones, I took a picture of you and I posted it up because my daughter and I were hanging out
I
watching
think you
play.
did. I remember that. Yeah.
So much fun. But
Well,
can't
thank
wait
you.
for this new album to release.
I can't either. I finished mixing this week, so we're mastering, working on some artwork, and you know the
Very
business.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we've got some business to take care of before we actually get it out there.
Well, very exciting.
It'll be soon.
Be sure and check out my friend Denny Jiosa. Check out his website also for the release of the new album. If you're looking for some cool new pedals, Hotone, we've had a lot of fun testing these out, and they don't hurt your wallet too bad or on your pedal board either.
No, they're great. Great little pedals. Definitely play with them.
Well, thanks for watching the Fox 17 Rock and Review.
Nashville Used and New Music, sponsor of Fox 17 Rock and Review.